Hello, 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 and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget, give us a little thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and tell a friend. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Um, First of all, a big thank you to the new subscribers to our tribe. Welcome, one and all. On the docket today, we have Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 5, The Year of Release. Okay, Jamal, what'd you think? What'd you think?
Okay, can we all just agree that
Mhm.
um Gabriel Gabriel was the MVP of this episode, at least for me.
Mhm.
Um the fact that he just went on and just read Robin for filth, I'm like, oof.
But also
He like
establish boundaries with his dad.
yes.
Mhm.
I mean, he the way he articulated everything, I'm like, Gabriel, do you be watching YouTube? Because you seeing everything we've been saying for the last couple seasons. I just want to know because the way he articulated himself, the way he just laid out everything, and it
Yeah.
wasn't like he was like he was over it. He was
Mhm.
over it to the point of like he can just go to his mom and say, "Hey, these are the issues. This is what we're seeing, and this is why I feel how I feel." And he didn't beat around the bush with it. He just said straight up, Robin was the favorite. If she really she lives in a state of victimhood. I'm paraphrasing here.
Mhm.
Like he just really went down the line, and when you think about the seasons, he's not even being mean. He's not emotional. He's just telling the truth from his perspective, and pretty much the
Mhm.
perspective of most of the audience.
Yes. Yeah, it was refreshing to hear one of the children, but
Yes.
knowing that they're editing out footage of Garrison out of these shows. And did you notice there was a scene where they kind of spliced it to
Yes.
Garrison was there, but all you saw was like a very slight reflection of him in a door, a sliding door. But they are making a conscious effort of removing Garrison from the footage, which I appreciate. But
Hmm.
it's also hurtful to see Gabe talking like this. And Kody, how old is Kody? Cody
15.
Garrison says, I don't even think he's 15. I think he's more like 5 because Garrison was like, he called me. He's like, you need to apologize. Garrison says, no. Gabe says no. He waits a few days, calls him back, and says, okay, I've thought about this. And basically, I can forgive you if you forgive me. And
Right.
Gabe was like, forgive me for what? This is your fault. And if
Exactly.
you cannot apologize and take accountability for what you've done and how you've made me feel, then we really can't have a relationship. I love it. Why didn't the
And he
wife
said he's
say
fine
this?
with that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he's fine with that. He's okay with
Mm-hmm.
it. I was
But
like,
that's
damn.
sad.
And I
That is
love the fact that
sad.
he but I love the fact that he brought up the situations with the other children. He said if
Mm-hmm.
Robin really thinks that we're out here like being mean to her children, that he's like, we could never um have a relationship. He's like, I already don't respect her, basically, is what he said. He's like, I used to
Mm-hmm.
like what was it? Aurora, like I used to hang out with so and so, and then when I was out in
Yes.
middle school, he's like was my
Mm-hmm.
favorite person to hang out with, and then high school I would hit dating up, blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. I'm like, you better spill it out there, Gabriel. You better tell your truth.
But why would the children lie? They put them in the original kid chat.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they lie? These are not mean children. Let's just call a thing a thing. We could dog out the adults all we want, but these are really decent, nice kids. And they all got along in this unusual family unit that they had.
And I love the fact that he said, you know what? I don't even blame their children for towing the party line because this is what they've been told by their parents. He's like,
Yep.
I don't fault them. He's like, I do not fault them at all. And I was like, you
He's a
know
better
what? See,
person than me because the three oldest are old enough to know their own mind and know that the rest of the kids didn't do anything to them other than regular,
exactly,
childhood bullshit. I don't know.
exactly.
But
I
I
think with
love
him,
how uh-huh.
I think with Gabriel, what he's done is like like Janelle said, he went into therapy, and I think
Mhm.
his therapist helped him as well. And I think he understands who Robin is and what she has done. I think he has fully processed that, and
Mhm.
he's a more mature understanding of what's going on. He's not emotional about it anymore. He's taking those stance of like, okay, these are the facts. This is what I
Mhm.
see. X, Y, and Z. He's like, and I'm good with that. But I think in his mind, he's like, I would try for the sake of the family and the kids like to get along with her,
Mhm.
but if
Mhm.
she's going to try to paint us in this light, he's like, I have no need. I have no need for that.
Yes.
He's like, why would I want that around?
And he said that she has a victim mentality. But there's one thing I
Yes,
did disagree with when Janelle said in her confessional that Gabe was at peace with this. I don't, I think he has reconciled it in his head, but I don't think he
correct,
could ever be at peace with not like losing the relationship with his dad.
exactly.
I that's two different things to me. What is let's see. The
Because
extra
I agree with
attention
you,
from
Debbie.
Kody comes at a cost that the originals don't want to pay. Robin's kids are willing to spread Kody and Robin's propaganda. True. What was that,
But
Jamal? Sorry.
I agree with you. Sorry, what you're saying is resolution and peace are not the same thing, and I agree with you on that.
Right.
They're not.
Well, I got that from Pop Psych because I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, but that's not what he when Janelle said he's at peace, I'm like, but that's not what I was getting from what he was saying. I think he's come to a better understanding of the situation and knows
Mm-hmm.
how to deal with it better with his therapy. I don't like I wouldn't be at peace with that.
Right,
Like
and the
if I
fact that
had a
he
dad
went
that was
self
that close to me, yeah.
hmm the fact that he went self therapy on his own, I'm like,
Mhm.
and I'm looking at him like, how come your daddy don't understand this? That he need therapy. I mean,
Cuz he's
I'm just looking at.
perfect.
I'm like, okay,
Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gabe is not at peace. He's mad, but he has come to some terms with it. Yes, yes. And I think he knows how to process it and he knows how to handle it. And best of all, he knows how to combat it. Because instead of breaking down like how he did, I think it was last season, where I nearly cried when I saw him crying on the People TV, TLC could have cut that out. That was harsh. That was harsh to watch. But he knows how to deal with it now because I thought it took a very strong individual to see his father's bullshit coming at him and then just lay down the line and say, sorry, these are my terms. We can have a relationship if
exactly.
you do A, B, Z, C, D, E, F, G. Let's see. Y'all are busy in this chat today. Tracy's Fractured History and more. Are you new? Welcome to our tribe. I hope you like us enough at the end of the show or even before to just click subscribe, hit your alert notification, and come back and join us whenever we have a live. It's a friendly little corner of YouTube that we have here, and we love to hear your viewpoints on stuff, just as long as we respect everybody in our tribe. But welcome, Tracy. Um, Kody doesn't
Can we
realize.
can we scoot on to Mary because I have some thoughts on Mary.
Okay.
I have some thoughts on Mary. Okay, so here's the thing with Mary, and she went to the peoples. She got the release and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and she said Cody's not going to be happy about what they had to say. And TLC, I don't give TLC kudos for much as far as
Mm-hmm.
editing goes. But the back and forth between him and Mary was very good. I was like, oh, he he was like, okay, Mary's like, okay, yeah, I got my release, and
Mhm. Yeah, it was for
blah blah blah
abandonment and
blah.
he don't
Cody
like it.
comes, but then they flip back to him. It's like, okay, they're like the reasons and whatever. I just don't feel like comfortable talking about them publicly or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Then go right to Mary's like, well, they said it was on terms of abandonment, which I feel is true. I was like, TLC, y'all ain't no kind of right. I was like, whoa. I screamed. Like, I'm like, this is not, I'm like, y'all could edit this good, this well, but y'all can't do nothing else with the other people's. I mean, I don't know.
They wasted the first part of this
I
episode with
don't know.
McKelty though, and I choose not to talk about it because it was too much for me. It it was it as a non-fertile individual, it was too
So
much for me, so I don't want to talk about it. Mm-mm. Y'all is just rinsing him out. Oh my god. What else did we?
with McKelty and that
Mm-hmm.
stuff, I was just, I'm like, okay, and maybe I'm just wrong in
Mm-hmm.
this. Maybe I'm wrong, but you have the capability to come see the twins when they were
Mm-hmm.
born, but you didn't go because you had to like make sure Solomon Ariala, what child's name is, had to get to school. I'm like, they could have missed a couple days of school to meet
What
their
about
what
the three big
cousins or
grown kids
whatever.
that she got in the house? They could have took care of them.
Them
I'm
too.
just saying, as a non-parent, a non-fertile, a old cat lady minus the cat. I'm just saying. I don't get it. I don't get it.
On the placenta, I was like, ma'am, okay. I've no, but see, I've heard of the eating of the placenta. I have, but I've also heard the people's making a good mask out of it. It's good for your skin.
Um,
I've heard that.
I've heard of people like processing it into capsules and consuming it that way. Good. To each his own. Good. And if it helps you, yay.
Hmm.
What I didn't like about it was what's her name? Robin going, "Okay, I have to tell you something because I was the first one to do it." Is it always a competition for you, Robin? Do you always have to be like one upping? Just shut up. Just be quiet. And I'm tired of Tony always bringing up these suggestive topics to his mother-in-law because it's as if he doesn't respect her at all. Last time he was telling her about sex positions to go on dates and like get the cobwebs out, and now he's like, I heard that y'all used to sit around in a circle switching babies, breastfeeding them. Why are you bringing that up to your mother-in-law? You see, I've aged out. I have never once talked to a partner's parent in that way. Maybe it's because I've never had a child though.
So, but the thing is, the way I was raised, like you kind of didn't get involved. You don't talk about anything sexually with your pretty much any adult, like any adult that you know. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of didn't have those conversations. It's just no.
Honestly, My mother went to her grave with me being a virgin, so I'm good with that.
Uh, you know, I'm not gonna even comment on
I
that.
didn't. We didn't
I'm
talk
gonna be
about that.
nice.
We didn't talk about that. It's just how we do.
Yeah, I tell my mom, it's like, you know what? Like, I know I tell my mom all the time. I said, look, you are always my mother first. I said, and I was younger when I said that. I said, you and I will never be friends. Never. She's like, why not? I said, because you know what? The way I talk to my friends, you would not appreciate it on some
Mm.
points. You would get mad at me, and then you would be from friend to I'm your mother. I said, no. And I said, I also need to keep a healthy fear of
Mhm.
you. My friends, they make me mad, and I just cuss them clean out, and they'd be okay with
Mhm.
it. And we'll talk about it later. I said, I can't, as my mother, I can't be cussing you out. That's
Right.
just not
Yeah.
right. So I need that. You always need the healthy fear of your parents.
Yep.
That's why we will never be friends. And some of the conversations I have with my friends, I don't want to have with you. Some of the same conversations you have with your friends, I sure don't want to hear about it. So we will keep it as mother and son and keep that moving.
Mhm.
I said it's nothing against you. Is that I need to always keep that respect for
Oh my
you.
gosh, you're so nice.
And she was like, and she was just like, okay, I completely get that. Because I would never call my mother by her first name.
Mhm.
Never. Mm-mm. That's okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got Ryan here. I agree with what Ryan's saying. Robin's grown kids watch the littles. Um, could watch the littles. That's what Logan and Aspen had to do as 10-year-old minors. Those kids are legal adults and can drive. Mhm.
Wasn't Aspen and Logan like cooking and putting
Yes.
them to bed and all that good
Yes.
stuff?
Yes. Mhm. Tony's a blabbermouth. I think he's, like, edging for screen time, quite honestly. I think that's what he's doing.
Yes.
Um,
Agreed.
Tony is odd to me in how he speaks to Christine. I would never, speak to that like that to a partner's parent. It's weird and very uncomfortable. Yes. Very, he's always been very presumptuous to me. Maybe that's why I don't like him. Um, no placenta, please. Oh, I don't know. It just didn't look that appealing. And isn't that the organ that filters in all of the stuff?
That's the nutrient. The
It
nutrients for
comes
that's it. That's
in,
what the nutrients
but
for the
doesn't it
baby is.
filter out too?
I hope
Yeah,
so.
so, like, okay. Tracy, are you about to start
But the thing with
driving?
McKelty, like
Sorry, go ahead.
the thing with McKelty is like she could really dress that up. She could have said, I fried it up a little bit, put a little A1 and hot sauce on it. But talking about you just ate it shut up. Nobody wants to hear that.
And she was so proud of that picture that she took. She must have got a bonus for
She
that.
okay. Here's my thing. You know that picture was staged. That heart was too perfect.
I don't know what it looks like, so I can't tell
I'm
you.
just saying. Real quick,
Mhm.
Lena said, let's keep that I'm not one of your little friends energy, mama, please,
Yep.
for both of us. Exactly. Exactly.
I haven't aged out. We're talking about Tony. He's not normal. All his convos are cringe. Tracy, pay attention to driving. Just for me. Just for me. Logan was getting all them kids in Janelle's house ready for school every morning, breakfast and school bags and the wake up call and all that. That is so true. There's video footage of that. He had an assembly line for breakfast for them kids. Oh my God. And then Aspen had the evening shift while her mama was out working because Kody
Right.
refused to come and tuck
Putting them
in
to
her
bed, right?
children. Not the placenta tacos. Oof. Hi, Lisa Rose 18. You can see the bite I took out of it. Ew, girl, we can,
Right.
but we don't wanna. So true. So true. Um, the meeting with
So what do you
Kody
think about
and
what?
I did the
Go
last
ahead.
thing with McKelty. Avalon does not know Kody. Avalon
No,
don't know Robin neither. And him talking about 2 years ago they were been looking for another house. I hope the lawyers was taking notes. 2 years ago, Kody said he was looking for another house and he wants basically a hotel so that he could purchase. And Robin, I guess, gonna be head of housekeeping. And so have all the kids to come back and stay at the same time. Does he remember how many kids he has?
no.
I don't know.
But what did you think? What did you think of Robin being delusional about Meri coming to spend Christmas at their house? Just
She's
saying.
just saying shit for the TV. And her sitting down on the floor Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or whatever it was, trying to squeeze out one more tear, and she just didn't have it in her.
She be working hard,
Look, it took her years to squeeze out the one
but
tear last week.
yes. But can we give her some credit for this week, Robin? This is gonna be the one a few times I'm gonna give you some credit because she was acting for her life this on this episode. That scene of her like and blah 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 and and but
But
you
it
know
was
what,
all
you are
self
really
centered propaganda.
of course it was, but she was going for that Emmy though. She trying to get her EGOT. She's going for it. I was just like, you just out here acting for the gods this week.
The
What?
problem with Robin is that everybody took away her dream. It's not what she signed up for. It's all about her and her kids. Like Robin never takes account of ever thinks about anyone else but her and her kids. And Kody could stand up there all day long from sunrise to sunset, telling her how much he loves her and he only wants to focus on their relationship. But she stands there and looks at him like a bobblehead without repeating the same sentiment back. Like she's like, look, we done lost 3 salaries into my piggy bank. So that me from ever
Right.
saying I love you again. It's just not worth my time.
Exactly. That's exactly what it
And
is.
I'm just like, oh my God, this is so sad. And she's hiding from Kody, doing a confessional about how this is not how it was supposed to be, but she's just gonna make it the best Christmas ever for who? Her kids.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Oh shit.
Oh my.
I kind of felt bad watching it and laughing because I was laughing because I'm just like she is really sitting up here just she's going for the full Emmy. Like she was going like, okay, I'm gonna be Meryl Streep. I'm gonna just give y'all everything in this episode. I'm sitting here like, and Mary's sitting over in her confession like, why would y'all think I would come to your house for Christmas? I'm like, I, what's wrong with you? Like Mary's like, what's wrong with you? Like, why did you even send the invitation?
Oh my God. Because she hoping to get another check.
Oh, for sure.
So Lena's like, the problem with Robin, the problem with that phrase is problem singular. Thank you, Lena. True. It is it I said it incorrectly. It should be the problems. On the bathroom
True.
floor talking about I owe it to my kids. Girl, you did this to them. Shut up. Robin sounded like she was high off Xanax on the bathroom floor. Mm, interesting.
And let's think about this. This season so
Mhm.
far, just a couple
Yeah.
episodes, right? You could see the happiness with Christine. Janelle is just chilling, living her
Mhm.
best life. Miriam just got her release. They all have glowed up since they left Kody. And Robin just sitting there just looking miserable. Like you could just see the
Well, except
contrast.
when she
Like
was
it's
away from
amazing.
Kody for the 2 weeks over at McKelty. I cannot get over how
True.
pretty she looked in the car. But she goes back to Kody and she turns right back into miserable Robin. That should be a warning for her. Honestly, his behavior towards
Correct.
everybody else in the family should be a warning to her. Because if he's done it to them, you could be next. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh,
Thank you,
Tracy's.
Tracy's Fractured History and More. Thank you. Thank you for subbing. We really appreciate it. Oh my gosh. So, like, I don't know. This well, we saw a little bit of Christine and her evolving relationship with David. Child, I can't remember his name. Um, they're saying in their press interviews, Christine and Janelle, that they are gonna do like a time warp in this season, and even
Right.
have the wedding, like get up to the wedding before the end of the season. And then I'm wondering if they're going to end off with the tragedy that happened earlier this year. Um, I would be happy with that. But considering that we still haven't gotten into 2023 yet, I'm.
But but Debbie, we've gotten to December.
But we started in
Okay.
December and rolled back. I'm not going to be happy about that. You can sit here and be happy, but I'm not. No. Episode 1, we were in December. And then we rolled back to October.
But
Ah,
at least it only took to the next episode to get us back to December where we
but we
started.
rolled back to November because that's when McKelty had her babies.
I know,
No,
but remember last time it took them like 3 episodes to get us back.
no, no.
Hey,
And you see,
TLC, I'm trying. It's
I am
Debbie's fault.
refusing to even look up when she had that baby sprinkle because it's going to be further back than October. It's just pissing me off.
Right, but we know that. That's why we didn't go back
It's
there.
just pissing me off. I can't. I can't. I'm not gonna be happy until we are back to 6 month turnover, like back in the day. I think they ruined that for us.
Yes, and with Robin, we're gonna still talk about Robin a little bit more. And I'm going to
Mhm.
need. What were they talking about? They were talking about like when Robin keeps talking about the family, the family, the family, right?
Mhm.
I hate when she does that because she really want to act like people who watch the show have not seen that interview with Christine. Like she tries to make it like it was a calling and like she felt a draw to Kody and oh, it was when she was talking about how he was with his children. How come she wanted to be a part of the family? I wish she would stop doing that because, man, we all know that you sought him out. You weren't even on the radar. You found out that there was word amongst your community that somebody was going to be on got a TV show before it was announced. That's what you heard. You sent your people and you were sniffing around and you found out it was Kody and you chased after that man. You chased after that man with crotchless panties and other things.
Mm.
So you need to stop it. You were looking for a way to come up for you and your kids because you was tired of being broke, in debt, barely can pay your light bills in a trailer. Let's not. I hate when this happens, especially with her, because we all know what it is. If you just want to come out and say straight up, you know what? I had a horrendous marriage. I was deeply in debt. It was me and my 3 kids. I was just looking for a way to get help with my kids and to pull myself up. If you just say that and leave it there, people wouldn't like jump on you. But the simple fact you try to make this out like it was kismet and it was destined and you just fell in love with the family and you fell in love with Kody because he was such a great father. Shut
Shut
up.
up.
No, it's just that part's just annoying because we know it's not true.
Ah.
That's where I get frustrated.
Oh. I well, okay, so at the end of this episode, we hear Cody saying his prayer is to just save him and Robin. He has a wonderful relationship with her, and any hopes and praise that manage it. They manage it that we save the special thing that they started out with, and the like eliminate the horrible experience of breaking up. He's so solely focused. Like, I don't even think he recognizes like her kids. He's just focused on her. It's almost like an obsession.
No, he focuses on her and their children. Because if you okay,
Mm.
think about it. Let's be fair.
But when it
If we're
comes
gonna
to
like,
relationship, though, when it comes to the relationship, it's only Robin. So that tells me he doesn't even have a relationship with her children.
no, I'm getting there. So I'm saying that's why I
Mhm.
said their children, meaning Solomon and
Mhm.
Ariana, because
Uh-huh.
when he speaks of when he says Robin's children, no, he'll say Robin's children, but
Mhm.
he'll call Ari and Solomon by their names. The same way he did with the Christine and all them, but he
Or
acknowledges
the
those two as
littles.
his children.
Or the
Yes.
littles. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're right. And then like why are we always ending these episodes with these two numbnuts? Robin is just heartbroken. The only thing that keeps her head above water is prayers, and no tears are coming out of her eyes. None, but she's steady trying to cry. In the confessional, she said she had to take a moment and process so that she could get up tomorrow and put on a happy face and make it beautiful and special. She owes that to her children. Um, and she knows that Kody's going to struggle, and it's not going to be what she expected. It's not what she expected for her life to be. She doesn't know how to let it go. We've been trying to tell you this for how many years now that you've been crying about this? And then the episode ends with them flashing back to that year, that season where they rented out that cabin for the holidays and all of them piled up in there. It was so sweet. How this family has imploded. My God.
Well, it had COVID. You know what? Mister 19 just exposed all the cracks. And what it did was it. Okay, I won't say it exposed the cracks. I'm gonna say
Mhm.
Kody was exposed with Mister 19 because all of his true intentions came out because
Mhm.
under his rules he inadvertently put himself in the position of feeling like he had to make choices that were best for the family.
No, they were best and convenient for
Yeah,
him.
correct.
If he
And the
had just
kids,
been a man and came out and said, I don't want to leave the McMansion because it's just more
right?
comfortable and she's a better lay. Um,
Yes,
he could have solved this with a FaceTime though.
that Zoom because it was crazy the way he exposed himself. It was
Mhm.
crazy because, like you said, is what you said and what I said. I'm glad you said he made it convenient. Every single rule he made was convenient for him,
Mhm.
convenient for Robin, and convenient for their children, including
Mhm.
having the nanny who got the
Exactly.
19.
And spread it
E-
in their household.
Yes, and then those convenient rules just conveniently alienated everybody else. Everybody else, Meri included. Meri, she was off on her own, but
Mhm.
think about it. That those rules he made kept Meri at the B&B and away from him, which is what he wanted. Let's call a thing
Yep.
on that.
Yeah.
Let's call a
And
thing
was
on
it
that.
this episode where he said that he was at death's door with the vid?
Yes,
No, he
or
wasn't. He
he's
was out in the
or
parking lot.
he saw death. That's what he said,
But here's
and it
the
was
thing, it was
scary.
in the parking lot. He never had COVID. I do not believe that Kody Brown had COVID during our TV seasons. He did not. And he's trying to say that Robin had it too. She was in the hospital. He was outside waiting for her. And she got discharged that same day. She didn't even have a temperature. She had a cough.
Hmm.
Stop sniffing his ass crack and you wouldn't have a cough.
Right. Cody used Mr. 19 to get what he wanted. But what he failed to realize is that his family is smarter than he is. They knew what he was doing. And keep in mind, Janelle was still delusional. Janelle was still delusional at this time, thinking the family could work. Where she started getting off the train is when he told her to kick her kids out the house.
Yep, they're adults
She
now. Bye bye.
she was fine. She was fine with him not coming to see her when she was sick. She thought that was easy. That was easier on me. But it's when he tried to have her kick her kids out. She was done.
Exactly, Lena. They told us Robin was worse than him, but Robin had 92% oxygen level. Like, you're fine. Yes,
Hmm.
she is fine. She had no temperature and a really good oxygen level for that period that we were in. But yeah, I mean, and then your own kids are talking you out because Gabe comes on here and says, I thought he was calling me for my birthday, but he wanted to know what the symptoms of COVID was. So you trying to make up stuff
Right.
for us? Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Gabe. But again, tidbits from this episode where he starts talking about buying a bigger house for him and Robin 2 years ago, y'all. 2 years ago. And of course, he put the McMansion on the up for sale this year, and Christine filed her paperwork regarding custody, and so the McMansion has been pulled off the market
Hmm.
because they need to run a check on the finances.
Yes.
They need to establish his net worth, him and Robin. Robin must be like pissing out of her backside right now. It's all just running away.
Right. Exactly.
That's what you get for marrying a man that had 13 children, though. Just saying. Oh, and remember when they flash back to the scene where Meri was divorcing Kody? I want you to look at the ring on Kody's hand. Is that a signet ring or is that the horsey ring? I kept on trying to stop it and it was just blurry. Did he have the horsey ring from back then?
I have to go back and see now. Now you think points. I don't. I with Cody, I just listen. I don't really watch.
It could have been a signet ring. It could have been. Um, but yeah, it just and Meri's still preaching that tune about how she legally divorced him so that he could marry Robin, so that he could adopt Robin's first 3 children.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. It's clear who he loves. He doesn't, and who he doesn't. It has been for years. Lena, you think
Okay.
it was the horsey ring in
Thank
that
you.
flashback?
Real quick, Mary, we're gonna
Mm.
talk to you, Mary. Let me, Mary. Listen up, Mary. We kind of liking you now, but
That
here's
was
a
a
problem with one of your confessionals. You talking about you've been in limbo for 10 years. No, you haven't. I'm sorry. No, you haven't.
She been
Over
in
the
limbo
last
for
10 years,
32 years.
I'm gonna go with the 10. I'm gonna go with the 10 that she said. Over the last 10 years, y'all have no relations. Y'all don't go out. He don't come to your place to see you. You gotta go to his and Robin's place. You're a third at Thanksgiving, and he offers you a barn dominium. How was that limbo? To me, that says go to the curb. What limbo? And he told you on your anniversary that he wasn't gonna blow your back out no more. How was that limbo? How was
Hi,
that,
Jennifer.
Debbie? Is that
I
limbo to
know.
you? Is that limbo to
No,
you?
but I'm going to go a step further. Hi, Jennifer Cummins. Welcome to our tribe. This is a safe space, and we appreciate all feedback as long as we're respectful of everybody in here. And hopefully, you'll like us enough to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And join us here every week to talk sister wives. I'm going to do a step further, Jamal. I personally feel that he got buyer's remorse when Meri could not produce right away. I feel he got buyer's remorse. And then when he brought in number 2 and number 3 and they started producing, it was even more buyer's remorse, which made Meri like agitated towards everybody else because she
Mm-hmm.
was feeling inadequate. And then the
Right.
baby started coming and she was feeling even more inadequate, which she was projecting on everyone else. I think when she finally had the first baby and then nothing else came after that, like, one after another, like how it was with
Mm-hmm.
the other 2 wives, I think that's when he released her. It went to the step beyond buyer's
Right.
remorse back to full on return. So he separated himself from her at that point when she could not have any more children but the one she had. So then I feel she tried to win Kody back by
She did.
bringing in Robin, but it backfired because then not only did he take his love away from her, he didn't even say thank you for bringing in this bitch. It also started the chain reaction of him separating from Christine because I think he turned on Christine first because it took Robin a little bit longer to get him detached from Janelle. But she
Right.
figured it out during COVID and told him to that her children disrespected her. It took her a while with Janelle because Janelle was the financial, she was the pillow talk. All of his secrets went to Janelle, and Robin needed to get that over to her.
Right. I agree.
So she has stolen his affection that he had for Christine. Then she went after Janelle, and the only way that she could separate his affection from Janelle was to use Janelle's children. And she won. So systematically, he stopped caring for any of these women bit by bit along the way. But I honestly feel that he had instant buyer's remorse with Meri because she was probably a little frigid at the beginning. When she could not reproduce, that was another buyer's remorse. And when she only produced one, he was one and done. She's a reject. I want my money back, but I can't because in the church they won't let me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think he gave up on Meri even before the show.
No, I agree with you. But I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I agree with your whole what you just said. But I was focusing on the 10 years she was in limbo. I'm like, okay, Mary,
Well,
that
that's
just
for her
blew my
benefit.
mind.
That was for her
Right, 10
benefit.
years, Mary, really, Mary? So look at Christine. Look at Christine. As soon as Kody said he would never blow her back out again, she promptly put his stuff in the garage and said, "Get out." Like
Mm-hmm.
there was no limbo with Christine. There was no limbo, which tells
Mm-hmm.
me the reason why Meri was holding. This just lets me know Meri was holding on because of Robin. Robin kept feeding her like little like breadcrumbs of Kody hope,
Meri
and
also had a
she fell
guilty
for him.
conscience over the
That
catfish
too.
because it didn't work out because she was planning to
Yes,
bounce. She's
She
planning to
was.
bounce. Lena says the second he melted your ring and said, I don't want you to have claim on me, that would have been it for me. I agree. I
Oof.
agree. If
Yes.
it was me, I would not have even ended up on season 2 as his wife. Get the fuck out of here, Kody. Agreed. Oh my God. But she had to hold on for Robin. Mm. They had, look, let me tell you, if Meri doesn't realize how treacherous of a friend that Robin was, because I'm really beginning to believe the story that Robin sent that catfish for her. I'm really
Yes.
beginning to believe that. Mm-mm-mm. I feel Meri has some serious perfectionist issues that may have caused some issues as well. Yes, and I agree with you, Jennifer. And I think it stems from her feeling that she's not perfect. She started this family and her main goal was to procreate, and she was broken. She couldn't do it. I feel like he had 3 wives and each of them was supposed to give him 6 kids.
Right.
So she had to make up for that, and that's why she brought in Robin, because there were 3 ready-made kids there, and she was still young enough to put 2 more on her. I just, it's sad. Jennifer, oh, LOL. Meanwhile, Robin won't even text her to check in on her, or like, or will she let her come to the house? Like,
In the
wow,
house.
yes. It's just crazy. And Meri said that, which season was it? Last season or season before? She don't really hear from Robin until filming starts.
I think it's 2 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm. Lena, yes, she only wants her to stay for optics and a paycheck. And a paycheck. And for cash. There we go. Um, let's see. Kody said he was scared of what Meri would do if he divorced her. I think Meri knows secrets, including it not being her who brought in Robin. Oh, but I thought Kody says, because Kody says a lot of flip floppy things. Kody says that he can't divorce any of these women. The women have to leave him.
Yes, that's what he's told the audience.
Hmm. But isn't it funny how the elders, after Meri had that tough conversation with them, the elders determined that it was abandonment. He
That's
abandoned
why.
his wife.
But see, that's why he
Wow.
wanted. Remember last week I said that's why he wanted her to just go away, meaning just don't talk to me anymore. But we stay within the church marriage. But once she
Mhm.
went, because he knew once she went to the elders, it was going to be all bad for him because he knows what he's doing. And when she had to go to the elders, because I think from what I understand, when you go to the elders, you have to give them all of the reasons and tell them why you want to
Mhm.
leave in order to be granted the release. So
Mhm.
when she went to the elders and the report came back that she got the release, because the way is painted to me that it's very difficult to get a release from a spiritual marriage within the confines of their church. That's the way I've always understood it. And the
Mhm.
fact he was like, that's why he was so scared, didn't want to say anything, which is why he just wanted her to go away. But she went directly to the elders. Because remember, he was okay with her going away. But as soon as she said she was going to the elders to
He got
ask
pissed.
for a release, he got pissed. He got scared.
But
He got scared.
also she told him she was going to the elders, like he could have went too and pleaded his case. But he didn't go.
He
He
didn't. He
didn't
didn't
go.
go. He didn't go because he didn't want to hear what she had to say. And then my
He
guess
didn't
is
want to get the
once he came
judgment
back,
from the elders either, because he did not have a case to plead for keeping the
yes,
bond together.
which is why but they released her, and by them granting that release, that puts a mark on him and has people looking at him real crazy. That has him
Yes.
looking real crazy. That's what it is.
Because remember, he said when the show first began, he said, well, I was a good husband So they rewarded me with a second wife and then a third. So I must be really great. So
Exactly.
he's a horrible husband. It's
And
all
you can see the demeanor.
ego.
You can see the demeanor on Mary when she came back. She got the release, and the way she said remember she said they determined it was abandonment, and I
Yeah.
agree. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, wow. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it went that way. So the way it sounds like,
Mm-hmm.
the wife pleads their case to the elders, and then the
Right.
elders determine the reason. I was like,
Right. And
oh,
by Kody not showing up, it validated the elder's decision on
right.
abandonment. You didn't
Hmm.
even show up to plead your case and say, I didn't abandon her. I just couldn't take her anymore or whatever. She cheated
Right.
on me. Nothing. By default, because you didn't show up to
Released by
elder
default.
court.
Not
Yeah.
released by default. Default judgment in favor of Mary.
Yes. You did not show up to elder court. There you go. And don't
Lena,
be mad when they call you and tell you about your stupid ass in the car. Don't be mad. You knew what was gonna happen, Kody.
okay, Lena says Lisa Rose. Oh, sorry, my
Oh,
screen. Lisa Rose.
uh-huh.
I think Robin got close with Mary in order to be brought in by her. Agreed. I think Mary knows secrets, but I don't think that's necessary. And then Lena says, but
Mm-hmm.
also I think the release happened, and that's when Cody starts calling the church BS. Agreed. I think the
Mm-hmm.
phone call from the elders is what did. I agree with that because he's never spoken that way before. But
And
you
I bet you
know,
he couldn't say nothing back to them too.
right. They probably said this is final. I agree with Jennifer as well. I think he said this. I think he said he doesn't believe in polygamy anymore because he's found this.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't believe in polygamy anymore because one, it fell apart, but it's everybody else's fault, and
Mm-hmm.
two, he's found his soulmate in Robin, but the soulmate is losing respect for you, sir, and she said that on camera. Just
Did she
saying.
ever have respect for him in the first place? Come on now.
She had the
He
respect of the
was a
fact that
paycheck.
3 women. He got the 3 women to fund his lifestyle. That's what she had respect for. That's the way I look at it. That's what I saw.
Like, I think what those men said to him hurt his ego so bad that he had to talk shit on TV, just like he did when Janelle and Christine and the kids said things that hurt his ego.
True.
Yep. The only thing is that he, like, yeah, that's so true because he couldn't talk back to the elders. I believe he had to sit there and shut up and take all of the judgment over the phone because he didn't want to show up there in person to hear that judgment. Can you imagine
I
him throwing
agree.
himself on the floor, spewing venom? It's not my fault. You gave me faulty wives. It's all your fault.
Shut up. Not faulty wives.
Yes,
Not
defective,
faulty
faulty,
wives.
fat wives.
You have no common sense on that one.
But you know that's what he's thinking.
But not Debbie. Not the defective faulty wives.
That is
I've
what
got
he
no.
would. Yes, because you know he's stupid.
Yes, we do. We know that.
Yep. You couldn't give me all diesel jeans model wives. You gave me the defective ones first. He cannot let a Bruce ego go. No, it's a pattern. It is a pattern. But yeah, this was the episode, y'all. This was it. Um, it, it was okay.
Yeah.
I think that there are good parts to each episode. It's just I
Right.
hope we're done with the McKelty Tony for the year. They've had the babies, Mazel Tov, you know, goo goo
Before
goo
we go, I have a
goo.
question for you.
Yeah.
With this episode, when I was watching it, they could have cut a lot of this episode out. To me, and I want to know your thoughts on the episode before we go.
Mhm.
Would you rather have seen more of that conversation with Janelle and Gabriel? For me, I know this is. I normally don't say this because I like to bounce
Mhm.
around with the story to get the pieces. But for this
Mhm.
episode, I'm talking about this episode. I would have loved an extended version of that conversation for this whole episode, because we all know there's more conversation than what we see, but what we saw, I
Mhm.
took a lot out of. I took a lot out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I would have loved to see more of that conversation too, but
Oh, and
you
Meri,
never know what they could have been talking about. They could have been calling kids names
true.
and say, "Well, I spoke with so and so," and that's, already there's an embargo on Logan. Maddie probably don't want nothing to do with this.
Oh, and Meri. So Meri, what was your grievances with Kody? What did you tell the elders?
Oh, I would have loved to her, like, I would have liked her to bring out her paperwork and, like, just go through it, because I know that they gave a full dissertation on everything that he did wrong.
Oh, let
Wouldn't
me
it be
see.
great if they cited footage from the show over the years, or if she took
Oof.
that in as evidence? Oh,
Oh, that tell all. Oof.
I don't know. I would have liked to hear more of it, but I have a look. The editing is so choppy, and
True.
I think it's because they're cutting out things that would have been in there
Mm,
before the event that happened earlier this year.
true.
And so I think it's wishful thinking on our part too. Maybe in their one-on-ones at the end of the season, we might get more out of Meri regarding the release. Um, we might No, we ain't gonna get more out of Janelle regarding her kids.
No.
Christine is gonna have to slip up. And that's about it. We'll just get the same old trash from Robin, because they have been very unsuccessful at trying to change the narrative for the last two seasons. And they're
True.
trying again this season. And it's still not working because, like the previous two seasons, it was everybody else's fault. And now this season, we see the martyr, Robin, telling Kody that she's losing respect for him, and she's now vocalizing to remove herself from blame, telling Kody that he needs to go and connect with his children. Well, you say you like being a grandma and you love being a mom, though we never see you being a mom to your kids. But why don't you also show Kody how it's done, since you're this great maternal figure, and extend yourself to the children of the other wives? How about that?
Okay, I was gonna ask you that. Like, she wants Kody to do everything, right? Kody, you need to do this. Kody, you need to do that. But ma'am, what you gonna do? Because you're not blameless in the situation either.
But much like Kody, she's of the opinion that she hasn't done anything wrong either.
True.
And they feed the worst things of their personalities, they feed off of each other. And they're a horrible couple. They really are, because they bring out the worst in each other. She's manipulative, he's an idiot and clueless. um like, how are you a wife to this man and you're watching him treat his other kids like this? Like, for real? I couldn't lay up with a man who treats his kids like how Kody treats his kids. I'm sorry.
Okay, Debbie, to that point, I'm gonna piggyback off that. Robin, you said the main thing that drew you to Cody
Yes.
was how much of a good, active, involved father that he was. But you still laying next to him, treat like Debbie said, treating his kids like that. Okay, just
It's
saying.
unbelievable to me. It's
And Jim,
unbelievable to me.
Jennifer said, honestly, I just want the dirt. Same, Jennifer. That's why I have us following. That's why Debbie. I just put us following Meri. I thought we were already following Meri, but we weren't. But we're gonna follow Meri, so I need to see when she goes IG live.
Meri
Honestly,
is kirking out. She's like Lena said it on social media. Every time one of these episodes roll out, she got something cute to say or do. Oh
mm-hmm.
my god. So Robin, why aren't you calling the kids if you think this is so important? Because it's all about optics and BS. I'm tired of both of them. Time for a new show called Christine and them. I love it, Lena. I love it.
But like
It's
Debbie, you
just
said
double
this two
talk
seasons ago,
bullshit.
though.
What? What did I say?
You said 2 years ago, we need a show, escaping Kody or escaping Sister Wives. Like you said that, and I
Mm-hmm.
would be here for that show.
Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Michelle. It's just awful. They're just awful human beings. Um, and I will say this about Christine and Janelle. On their promo tour for this season, season 19, Christine, stop jumping in to answer the people questions first. Let Janelle answer a question. It was so annoying. Oh my God, it was so annoying. I love Christine and all, and I get her excitement for this. She makes great PR for this show. Um, but y'all know that I like Janelle. I favor Janelle.
Mm-hmm.
Let Janelle have a word. Pick up the phone, girl. That's right. That's right. Pick up the
But you know,
phone.
you know what it is though. You know why Christine does that, right? Because she knows Janelle ain't gonna give the gossip. She knows Janelle's not gonna give the people nothing. That's what that
Right.
is. That's what that is.
But Christine could allow Janelle to talk first and give the politically correct answer. Just let her
Okay,
once talk first. And then she could jump in and
gotcha.
go, but I got the gossip. And it'd be
I got
cute.
you. Yeah,
But
yeah.
you
I see
see,
what you're saying.
Janelle like takes emotion to say something to respond to a question, and then Christine is just like, "Move out of the way. I have the answer." Watch their interviews. Like Janelle will go to
Okay.
say something, and Christine jumps in first. It's crazy. Okay, I want to hear what Maddie's husband has to say. LOL, as an outside observer, he's probably backing up his wife, not encouraging not having a relationship with his
Right.
father-in-law because he is not consistent, and he's seen what he's done to the other siblings. He has three young, impressionable children with a fourth one on the way, right?
I believe so.
So, I mean, he's gonna back up his wife as he should. I've got my fingers crossed that Christine asked for a spiritual divorce too. Please, please, Christine. She says she don't believe in that church, so she don't need no release
Right.
from them because she already released herself.
Exactly.
Christine can't wait to badmouth Kody, but it's not good for her case. Well, she can't do it now because they've got the gag order on him. Maybe she'll ask Janelle to say it for her. Christine slips back into spokeswoman mode. Remember, she was a spokeswoman for the church and subsequently for Kody, and she's the one who got the deal for the television show for them. Caleb has been all up in all of it. Really? I didn't know that. I don't follow any of these people. I want to see what his opinions on Kody's treatment of the women in his life, because what Kody has said about Maddie and them kids, I want to hear all the opinions. Yes, and Dion, and I cannot stress this enough. Kody only like when he was talking about Las Vegas, Las Vegas was perfect because Caleb was there. What? You had a ton of people in your family, but Las Vegas was perfect because Caleb was there. And when he goes to see the new grandbabies of McKelty, he's like only focused on Tony. And then he goes, yeah, there's something special about McKelty, but it's really Tony. What is his problem? Is it just like, and do you notice he never says anything about any of the girls of Christine?
Mm-mm.
He's disowned Maddie. Maddie is the gossip of the family, and Savannah doesn't even exist anymore. The hell? Supposedly Christine did ask for a release from the church, and Kody yelled at the elders. An elder's daughter has spoken.
What?
What? What? Oh my god.
Oh,
Michelle, my
wow.
bell. Shut up. I love all the tittle tattle that we get in our chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so how many thumbs up do we have? We only have 20 likes, but there's 22 of us in here. Come on, please. We don't ask for much. I wonder what Robin did at the funeral per McKelty. Well, apparently her behavior was not appropriate. We're not in the Patreon, so we don't know. Um, I mean, he's the closest, most objective observer, even over the other spouses, because he's married to Maddie, and he's been married. Like they got married first. Um, he's Janelle's son-in-law, and he loves Isabel, who lived with them for a year. And I think Savannah's over there
Yes.
now.
Oh, Savannah's
They,
there too?
I think so. Savannah, like Isabel left, and I think
Right.
Savannah went over.
Okay, because remember,
Um,
Isabel moved to Utah to go to school. So
right, right. Oh,
I'm
hold on,
intrigued.
hold on. Wait, invite guest. Copy. Let's see. Hold on. I would try to find it for you and send it. Oh my goodness. I need some research. See if it's real or attention seeking for some random woman. Oh my God. Savannah moved when Janelle did, I think, after she graduated. Oh wait, you were asking for the link for that. No, no worries. Okay, so this is the show. This is a good discussion, y'all. We got more out of this show than I thought we would have. Placenta and all. Okay, so your VIP for the episode was Gabe.
Yes.
My VIP for this episode was the elders. Default judgment based on abandonment. And the elders have spoken.
I mean, they said apparently they gave if they gave Mary that release, they said a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
They said a mouthful.
All right, y'all. Tomorrow, like I have to post the I have to schedule the show for tomorrow, but meet us back here at about 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. We are going to chit chat about my no 1,000 pound sisters. I haven't even watched this episode yet, and I'm tired.
I mean, I haven't watched it yet either.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned. Join us back here. Again, thank you for the new subbies that came in to our tribe. We really appreciate you. Can't wait to see you every week in the live chat and in the comments for our replay crew. Tracy, I hope you're driving okay and get to your destination safely. Lena, you are a rock star in the chat today. And Michelle, you know you're always my belle. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we're good. Thank you everyone for being here and going on this journey that they're doing to us with these edits. We appreciate you like helping us out because sometimes we forget things and we be in and out and stuff like that. So you guys
Mm-hmm.
really help us out with this show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Until next time, Jamal.
Of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.